May 4th of 2025, I ran my first ever marathon. Easily the most challenging thing I think I've ever done. Down to the mental and physical aspect, easily the most difficult thing. But what I'm extremely happy that I found during this race was it filled a hole that I had within myself that I think I've been missing for a very long time. Sports all throughout high school. My entire life, I was always playing sports. Albeit I wasn't great at them, but I feel like with this newfound passion, I have found something deeper than just competing. Deeper than dopamine. That was a wicked title card, I can't lie. And this is exactly what this series is about, finding something deeper than dopamine. Because while I am chasing that dopamine high that I get from doing these crazy challenges, I'm also chasing something more, chasing something that I haven't been able to find with my traditional approach to training, which is just bodybuilding. And finding this hybrid aspect that I have been loving has been able to show me that there is more to fitness than just the surface. With this series in mind, I will be doing a ton of different challenges in different episodes, going into every single aspect of my training that is helping me. So whether it be supplementation, what I eat, my training schedule, anything like that, I'm going to cover it in this. That being said, let me catch you up on what has gone on. Obviously, I ran the Toronto Marathon, ran the full 26.2 miles in 3 hours and 25 minutes. My chip time, however, which was a bit longer than a full marathon, was 27.5, I believe. And I also signed up for an ultra marathon. This one is going to be 50 miles, which is around 81 kilometers. Safe to say I'm a little bit afraid for that one. But with my current goals that I have set for this year, I think this is going to be extremely beneficial towards absolutely crushing those goals. Now, I know what you may be asking yourself, Carter, what are those goals? Don't worry, I'm getting there. Allow me to give you some background context in order for you to truly understand what is going on this year. So obviously, I want to get that ultra marathon done and dusted to finish in 10 hours. That is my current goal for that. And then I signed up for a High Rocks in October. I am doing a solo, so I want to get below an hour and 7 minutes. And then I have the Honolulu Marathon, which I am running in December. I have a goal that is incredibly ambitious for someone who is only going to be running their second marathon, proper race day style marathon. I want to get a sub 3 hour marathon. My reasoning behind the sub 3 hour marathon is because I am running so fucking much this summer that I'm going to have the legs to be able to run it. In this summer training block, I'm going to be running, I think, 5 different 26 plus mile runs. And with the way I've been progressing on my runs currently, I don't think it's ridiculous to say that a sub 3 is in the cards for me. Now that the groundwork is sort of laid out for this series, I kind of want to talk about what we're going to dive into this episode. This is just going to be a typical training vlog. We have 21 miles tomorrow with a shoulder and arm workout. I really like scheduling my long runs on days where I'm actually weight training as well, because it sort of trains my body to be able to go through maximum amounts of pain, therefore better equipping me for the crazy races that I have to run. Because think about it, all my long runs have been never fresh, completely fresh, because I always hit shoulders and arms the morning of. And then once I'm able to actually just get out there and run, I'm going to perform way better because I won't have that built up fatigue from earlier in the day. Plus, it's just so fun. I live for this shit, man. I live to just push myself. This has been such an amazing thing for me. Mentally, physically, I feel the best I've ever felt. In my opinion, I look the best I've ever looked. This is epic. Okay, real shit. I know that I said I was going to catch you guys in the morning, but I wanted to kind of just show you guys what my pre-workout meal lately has been. I've been using the Elevate Cream of Rice. I use code Casey, Casey Kelly's code, because he put me on, and it's been really good since I've started taking it. So I put like 30 grams just to finish off of peanut butter cup, and then 90 grams, and then I finished off my 90 grams of pre-workout cream of rice with the maple brown sugar. And the only protein that I have on hand from Ghost right now, code CART for 20% off, by the way, is the Chips Ahoy. So we're going to see how that flavor combination fares. But pretty much what you do is you just kind of fill it up with water a little bit, and you just stir. You just stir a shit ton. Get it nice and all together, just so it doesn't clump up, because with this one, you have to cook it with actual precision. It's like 1 minute intervals max, and then stir between each interval, just so you can get the right consistency, because if you're not getting that consistency down pat, go home. Like, you might as well pack it the fuck up, buddy. But we're gonna add a little bit more water in here, and I'll show you guys what it should look like before. This is what we're working with. It looks terrible right now, but I promise you, once it's all done, I'll show you guys the finished product, and it'll look like fucking brownie batter. It's gonna be unreal. As it is right now, it looks like you would choke eating it, but just trust the vision. I'm gonna mix this up a bit more, and it's gonna come out amazing. Y'all, I told you to trust me. That shit looks fucking fire. On the most real note, training has just been so fucking fun for me recently, and I don't want like anything different right now. It's fucking amazing. Like, straight down to how I feel throughout the day, how I'm performing during my workouts, like whether it be a run or a lift, I feel fucking great. So I'm having a good time, guys. I'm having a good time with this. Pretty much just gonna take the go at shoulders and arms, because who the fuck doesn't want to hit shoulders and arms?
Got a girl and she's so fine. She knows what's on my mind. She don't care about my dollar. We drink the cheapest wine. And if we go back to bed, might just stay there instead. I don't wanna go out, I don't wanna go out, I don't wanna go out. Do you wanna go out? Then let's go out. I wanna go out. Woo! That girl, she's fine. Got a girl and she's alright. Hangs loose but keeps me in line. Every time I see her face, makes me move all over the place. It isn't that much different to the first time that we met. I don't wanna go out, I don't wanna go out, I don't wanna go out. Do you wanna go out? Then let's go out. I wanna go out. Woo! That girl, she's fine. Woo! That girl, she's mine. Woo! That girl, she's fine. Woo! Got a girl and she's so fine. She knows what's on my mind. She don't care about my dollar. We drink the cheapest wine.
Okay, so I'm about to just get my fueling ready for my run, but I just wanted to show y'all the fit. We got the Young LA Run Tech Tank, code card saves 15%. We got the New Balance Super Comp Fuel Cell Trainer V3s on the feet. And then the shorts we're wearing are the Lululemon 5-inch Fast and Free. These shorts were fucking crazy expensive, so use code CART on Ghost and Young LA so I can pay for more shorts. In this little cup here, we got a little coffee mug going. We have 2 packets of hydration and then a Ghost energy drink. We're also going to rock 4 rice cakes, 30 grams of wildflower honey. Wildflower honey is fucking heat. It looks like jizz, I'm going to be completely honest, but it tastes so much better than regular honey, in my opinion. And we're also going to throw 15 grams of almond butter on, just because we want the digestion to slow down. And then every 5 or 6 miles-ish, give or take, I'm going to do a running gel every 5-ish miles, and probably going to rock with 4 total. So I'm going to throw these in the freezer right now so they can get really cold. So once I'm like 10, 15 miles in, it doesn't burn my fucking throat. Because if you've ever had a hot running gel, it is disgusting. It's a foul tasting thing. I use the BPN ones. They're really good. I really like that they are majority whole foods, and it digests really, 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 really well. So you're not really going to have to deal with a bunch of stomach issues when you're using it. However, if you are training for a race, I highly recommend you test out different running gels and just see what works best for you, because everybody's going to be different, right? So I first started with the Goo running gels I found those completely destroyed my stomach. And then I tried out the BPN ones, and I found those actually sat really well, so I just kind of stuck with them. I even have the caffeinated ones and the non-caffeinated ones. I typically only use the non-caffeinated just because I have 200 milligrams of caffeine via an energy drink before I run, for my long runs at least, or my races, just to make sure I'm not having a heart attack. I did, however, for my race in Toronto, rock with one caffeinated gel. I'm going to make my meal in like probably 10-15 minutes, but I will show you guys what the finished product is because it looks phenomenal, it tastes phenomenal, and it works phenomenal. Okay, so this is actually just the finished product. It's nothing crazy. So we got the wildflower honey on 3 of them and then almond butter on 1 of them. I don't know why it's broken in half, but it is. Just letting you know, there is a shit ton of sodium on these, so it might not taste the greatest. However, we're going to like sodium load a little bit just because it's supposed to be a little bit hotter out today, and sodium is extremely beneficial towards your performance, so that's an extremely important thing. We also got a shit ton of electrolytes in here as well, just to make sure we're extra hydrated and ready to fucking go. So I'm gonna eat this while I'm watching a Nick Bear YouTube video because Nick Bear is my dad. I love Nick Bear. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna run, and then we're gonna fucking eat a shit ton of food today because we're looking at like probably around, I want to say 3,000 active calories burned today. We're already at 500. We're probably going to burn like 22 to 2,500 on this run. And then throughout the day, obviously, we're not going to be just like completely sedentary. We're probably going to go for a walk today as well, just kind of get some blood flowing in the legs, just so we don't lock up and then have to walk or hobble around for multiple days at a time. All right, we're around 3.5 miles in right now, holding like a nice 8:15 per mile pace. Feeling good so far. Excited for this run. Beautiful weather out. We're fucking dialed, man. We're fucking dialed. I'll check in later. Right now, we're coming up on 1.9 miles at 7:55, and then another 1.9 miles at 7:35. So we're locking in. Holy fuck, boys. We just finished the run. That was a battle. That was a tough run. That was probably one of the harder workouts I've had in my running journey. Performance condition on the Garmin said +3. Felt really good off the bat. I think I came out too quick. I should actually follow my pacing and not just kind of run how I wish. But we made it through. We're gonna have some good food today. We're gonna have a good day. It's beautiful out, so probably gonna kind of get some blood flowing and walk a little bit, because that is probably a good idea, because I'm going to be locked the fuck up tomorrow if I don't, and I kind of want to be able to move my legs. We're going to have some True Fruits and some Mochi in the meantime, and then order a shit ton of food from this burger place in Timmins that I haven't tried. So we got LA on Tuesday, so we're going to be doing a week of training. That's going to be the next episode, week of training in Los Angeles. So this episode goes out on the Monday. That next episode will probably go out the weekend following, like the weekend after next weekend, because I'll be in LA at the time filming the next episode. So, and I want to make these as good as possible for you guys, so that's the main goal. But yep, 21 miler dusted just like that. Total time was like 2:45, I think, 2 hours and 45 minutes. We held like I want to say like 8:05 pace throughout, but we were working with a bunch of different paces that run. But fuck me, these runs are tough. These runs are tough. This is what makes us, though. This is what's gonna get us sub 3. Yeah. Absolutely battled it out today. It's training days like these that I low-key live for, though. I had a blast. It was so fun. Arms and just genuinely a really tough and challenging run. But that is episode 1 of Deeper Than Dopamine. Really excited for this series, guys. I really hope you're as excited for it as I am, because I have some big things planned. You know, we're going to be going super in depth about everything I do. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, stay updated on the journey. See you in the next episode. I love you. Have a beautiful day.